Hey everybody, Hogan Brown with Loon Outdoors. Today I'm going to show you how to tie one of the simplest and easiest soft hackles that I tie all year. Hot Bead Soft Hackle, kind of an all-purpose soft hackle. Call it what you want. It's a great fly to get out there and swing, dead drift, however you like to nymph or go after your trout underneath the water. We're going to use an Eric's FW560. Just a traditional nymph hook, size 14. We're going to use a 1/8 hot orange bead. It's just an all-purpose fly, you know. I don't spend a ton of time thinking what this necessarily imitates, but I always need kind of a soft hackle that stands out, has a little bit, you know, especially as we get into fall, winter, off-color water, having something that pops that I can fish in front of a blue wing olive or a PMD if it's that time of year. Just something easy and in a good color combination. So kind of the feathers I'm going to use are going to be like a darker mallard flank. I do, you know, kind of a darker color like that. But again, let's be real. You can use whatever works for you. I like darker just because of usually the time that I'm trying to fish this is going to be a a darker water or lower light situation. So I give it a nice kind of good tail clump, basically the same size as you would for like a bird's nest or something like that. And one thing, whenever I'm tying in tails, I'm going to tie that entire clump to the hook shank, right? Like that's going to help you taper this and just keep that. And that's a good trick for really any, you know, bird's nest, any of that type of stuff. Take a piece of small copper wire and just wrap that there. Then again, you don't have to, but I'm going to take a piece of crystal flash. I like to add a little bit of a crystal flash rib. Again, you know, don't have to. Okay, tie it back like that. At this point, I'm going to use Buggy Nymph. This is Mike Mercer's Light Hares here, Buggy Nymph. Probably my all-time, it's probably one of my favorite dubbing colors. I know it's not flashy or poppy, but this is my bird's nest color. This is kind of my general summer caddis color, believe it or not. And I just give it kind of a loose. You're going to want to taper this. So we're not, you know, this dubbing you can let be buggy or can kind of pack it down. That's the beauty of it. And just giving it a loose twist, getting it on there. And I'm going to want to taper it a little bit. And I would dare say use bird's nest proportions, but we're probably going to crowd it a little bit, not a ton, but I would say bird's nest proportions. And taper is a good kind of litmus. There we go. Leave it at that. And then I'm going to take that crystal flash, palmer it around. Whoop. Take that crystal flash, palmer it around. Tie it off. One kind of trick you can do if you want is when you're looking at this, if you want this, you can take it here and fold it over. Tie it in and give it two little kind of crystal flash antennas if you want, or a little crystal flash undercarriage. Take that copper wire and wrap it in between the wraps of crystal flash. Up into that eye. Okay. Now for the soft hackle, I'm just going to use traditional kind of piece of grouse here, kind of towards the bottom of the pack. And usually what I'll do is let's be real, I pinch a feather off. And I'll take those longer feathers and just kind of look and see. They look about the right length. I'll kind of give it a little pinch off the bottom. Okay. And there's a lot of little tricks you can do to tie in soft hackles. I'm pretty comfortable just the old school way, tie the tip in. But you can definitely do it different ways if you want. Take that, use those precision tip scissors to trim the tip of the feather. Then take that and just give it a nice palmer, pinning those feathers back. Okay. Take that. Kind of spread them out. There's straggler. Give it a trim. Okay. Get that nice. And then you can use dubbing. You can use, whatever you wish, but I'm going to, say class it up a little bit. Take a strand of Peacock Herl, kind of pull the fibers, make sure it's a good one, tie in the tip. Trim it, and then just give it a nice Peacock Herl head. Very traditional. Trim that. Shove it into that bead. A nice couple wraps. Nice pull. Trim it. There you go. That's my all-purpose soft hackle. I'm sure it's not a reinvention of the wheel or anything, but that works for me. You can thin it out if you wish, pop it out, do whatever you wish to make that work for your fishery, add or subtract, but pretty easy tie and great fly to get out there, swing, dead drift, whatnot.